Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name is Steve Schaefer.
I'm Cody Adams.
And this is a Damn Good Time podcast. This is a show where
Got him with it.
we're two best friends and your new best friends sit in a basement, have a few beers, talk a lot of shit. What you got to look forward to this week? We're going to go into what's new. We're going to talk about our weeks and all the fun stuff. We're gonna get into listener requests. We've got some fan art that I'm sure you might have seen, but we're gonna talk a little more about that.
Yep.
And then we're getting into our top 5 favorite side dishes.
Yums.
We're talking food.
Talking food a little
Something
bit.
we know a lot about.
We know a lot about. We like a lot about.
Well, we think we know a lot about.
Yeah.
But and then we're gonna figure out why I'm a disgusting person.
Super disgusting.
It's gross. It's really gross. I'm kind of ashamed. I didn't know if I should put it out there, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then we're also gonna figure out how Cody is a ninja.
Ninja kicks.
He's got them ninja skills.
Not really, but
So that's what you got to look forward to. It's going to be an awesome episode. We're going to have a damn good time. So how's your week? How you doing?
crazy week.
Yeah?
Busy life stuff, busy work stuff, mentally draining week I had this week. Just a lot going on. Some really cool stuff going on with some hopefully some big business I'm going to be picking up with work, and then some huge personal things happening. So I'm pretty excited. But yeah, I mean, just mentally, one of those weeks where you just sit back
Like
and
a
you're
roller coaster.
Oh, man.
Where you just, why can't I just sit in my chair and relax?
Yeah. So it's nice to come here and do this because then you can kind of forget about some stuff for a little bit.
This is like our therapy.
Yeah. And I'll talk a little more detail on some of that stuff later on, but can't right now. So
can't disclose too much information yet.
Yeah. How's your week?
Oh, it was a doozy. I mean, we obviously recorded episode 3 last week. We thought it was a banger. We've got a lot of good feedback about it.
Really good feedback, yeah.
But the word of the week is technical difficulties. 2 words of the week is technical difficulties. It was a fucking bear trying to just get that thing, to a final finished product and get it out there for the listeners. And I'm wondering if maybe we didn't jinx ourselves because we were kind of always just fluid with the launch date and when we would release it. And we kind of both realized Monday morning would be the best time. People wake up, they see it's out. Listen to it on your way to work.
Yeah.
So we said that's what we were shooting for was Monday, and then everything else involved didn't allow it to happen.
Yeah, it was painful.
Mainly the computers.
And I felt so bad for you because I couldn't help you work on it. And you're like, here it is, it's up. I finally got it done. And I get to the last 11 minutes and there's no audio. And I'm like, Steve, I'm sorry.
What's this dead spot?
And you're like, son of a bitch. And then the video problems and everything. So, but now we got this beast that's sitting in front of Steve.
Invested some money in a new laptop. It's probably something an adult should have anyways, a decent laptop, I guess.
Right. It's nice.
I got a work one, but I can't do video editing on that. But
Right. But it's a killer Leopard. It's called a Leopard.
The GL65 Leopard by MSI.
Yeah.
So you tech geeks out there, you can tell me I suck because I bought MSI, or the other people that are pro MSI, you can tell me I'm awesome because I got an MSI or what the fuck ever. But all I know is it works for what we're doing, and it works fucking great.
And then Apple people go, I don't know what that is.
Should have bought a MacBook Pro.
Drones. No, just kidding. Sorry.
You dummies. But yeah, no, just for instance, the last 4 times I tried to export out the video of episode 3 on our PCs trying to do 2 different PCs, it would take 7 hours at least. That's probably the quickest time we had, up to a day, just to export that file out. This motherfucker does it in 35 minutes.
Yeah, that's some power.
She screams.
That's going to make our life a lot easier.
Yeah.
Well, at least your life, I don't have to help you as much. I'd like to, but it's a little hard for 2 people to edit at the same time.
Right.
So,
yeah, it's almost next to impossible.
Yeah, I don't know how you would do it, but yeah. I just sit there, rub your shoulders. Is all I can do.
Yeah, just be there for emotional support.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever I text you, you go, I fucking hate this shit.
Absolutely.
But, so, like we said, we touched on last week's episode, we thought was a fucking banger.
It was really good. I expressed how much I thought episode 2 started off super awesome, but by the end of it, I obviously had a few too many drinks, and there was a little bit of rambling between both of us going on. So wasn't the happiest with it. So if you watched that one and you weren't happy, please, I hope you watched 3 and you're watching this one. So
we're kind of tiptoeing a fine line of getting camera ready, because there is a nervousness about this, right? Because I was literally relaxing in my chair today, and then when I realized like, oh shit, we got to shoot. As soon as that happened, I'm like fidgeting. I'm getting choked up. Like
there's no reason why. I mean, it's just me and you sitting here.
Yeah,
there's nobody else in the room. But
no,
yeah, it's just you get a little shot of nerves in you. And when you're like, all right, you ready to go? Let's start. And I'm like, ah!
Yeah. So you gotta get camera ready. So you get loosened up with a couple drinks off camera. We're getting ready to go. And but I think we got a little too camera ready.
Yeah, we got a little too camera ready.
But episode 3, we found that balance perfect. You know?
Yeah. And then by the end of 2, it wasn't good, and then 3 was perfect balance. And then this one hopefully is going to be good too. So.
Yeah, I mean, so far everything sounds good. Everything looks good. Let's look at that camera view. Yeah. Hello,
hey guys. New camera, so you can see a little bit more of the room. Let us know how.
Because that's another piece of
it looks weird.
Technical difficulties is the camera we were using. All of a sudden, the screen decided to stop working on it. So we have no idea what we're recording.
Yeah.
So now we're going webcam 2 laptop.
Thankfully, I picked this thing up just for backup.
Yeah.
You know, it ends up working out pretty well. So
right. And then we also want to do a huge shout out to our wives.
Yes.
If it wasn't for them being supportive of us, it would make this a lot harder to do.
Obviously, it's just not going to happen, right?
They've put up with a lot of bullshit with us just in this last month trying to do this, you know?
Yeah.
And they've been awesome about it, you know?
Yep. I mean, we brought up the idea to them, and I don't know if they thought we would stick with it. Because that's one thing that we used to do back in the day is jump into a hobby, dump a bunch of money into it, do it for a month or 2, and then be done.
Or we'd always have these harebrained schemes like, let's start a restaurant. And we were talking about and we were looking for restaurants for sale. Like, we could buy this one right now. And they're like, we've seen this before.
Right, right. So they're like, you sure you're going to be dedicated to it? But I think this is something a little bit different that we've been so far pretty committed to doing and working on. So.
Right, and it's both of my kids have expressed like wanting to be YouTube stars because they see it and they think it's easy, and I'm like, well, I don't even know how to tell them to do it, so why don't I try? I'll dabble in video and audio and all this stuff because trust me, I found a memory card of Parker's from his old GoPro camera, and he sucks at filming shit.
This is terrible, Parker. What are you thinking? I know I was talking to my buddy about like our technical problems and stuff, and he's like, man, you didn't even think how much goes into it. He's like, you think you just sit down, talk in front of a microphone, boom, you're done.
Right.
He's like, there's so much behind it that goes into it. I'm like, yeah, it's sometimes can be a pain in the ass. But yes, thank you, wives. Love you, Steph.
Thank you.
And
love you, Sarah.
We appreciate you letting us attempt this.
Yeah. So. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you guys keep supporting us too. I hope we're not just tiptoeing a fine line to where all of a sudden they're like, "Fuck you guys, you suck. We're leaving you."
Oh, man. We're shooting this in a shed somewhere.
Yeah. We need a new studio, Cody. Cody, she got the house. All right. So let's move into some listener interaction. The biggest thing that's happened this week with listener interaction is we've got fan art.
Some dope fan art.
Dope ass fan art. Most of you are probably already following us on all the social medias. The only thing we haven't done, I haven't made it our profile pic on YouTube. We probably should.
Yeah.
But it's a profile pic on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Twitter,
Instagram.
And even on all the podcast platforms. So you've probably seen it. Kat Hudson Art is her handle on Instagram. That's KATHUDSONART. Find her on Instagram. Give her a like. Or give her a follow and like all her shit because she did amazing work for us.
Yeah, and I looked her up. She sent us to this out. Well, your buddy that you used to work with.
Yeah, Frank.
Yeah, he
her brother Frank. Shout out to Frank.
Frank the Tank.
Thanks for helping us out, Frankie.
He must have contacted her, and then she just whipped it up for us off of a picture I posted on Instagram. Yeah. So it was really cool. It's us, kind of, I don't know, that comic art, but we're like smoking cigars, and it's really awesome. Well, apparently she works for some big companies studios, doing some serious artwork for them. So
you've probably seen movies she's done artwork for.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if she wants us throwing out where she works or any of that, but I know Frank's told me like some of the work that she's done for some of the big studios. So she's dope. She's even got a Patreon. Hit her up. Give her some money too. You could probably pay her to get you some drawings of yourself and stuff too. So she does side work like that, or I forget. There's a word that artists call it. But yeah, we'll just call it side work.
Side work. Yeah, she's hustling.
Yeah, so thank you very much for the fan art. It's awesome. We love it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be happier.
Couldn't be. Yep.
We've also got from Eric Miner, which he was supposed to be coming by sometime today. He hasn't gotten back to me yet. He wants to give us some gold leaf cigars.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
I forget what there are, but like London something, gold leaf cigars.
Okay. We're talking like the gold wrap cigars, like actual gold wrapped.
Yeah. So it's a regular cigar, but then they wrap like that edible gold leaf stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently you just fucking smoke it too. But which we know from experience because we've had one.
Had one. Yeah.
And we didn't die.
Yeah, you won that one at Cigar Fest.
Yep.
The only thing any of us has ever won.
Yeah, because there's so many raffles and we buy so many raffle tickets and we try to do all these things and
Yeah, I'm like, of course, Steve has showed up. Like, what'd you came? What? Twice, I think.
it's my second time.
And I went like 6 years in a row.
Yeah, it was my second year in a row that I went, but of the only two. But I got the little, because you get a ticket book and every ticket you go to a booth and they give you a cigar sample. But I opened my ticket book and there's a golden ticket in there.
I got a golden ticket.
I got the golden ticket.
That came with the sweetest wrap CD too. So it was like,
Yeah.
laid out 24 karat gold or something like that wrap cigar.
I wish I remembered the name of it.
We all passed it around, and it came with a rap CD from, I don't know, not a very famous person at all.
Yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, you can find, if you go back in my timeline far enough, you can see where I'm standing on the back deck of that cottage that we rented.
Yeah.
With it in my mouth, like.
Oh, I'm sure I got a picture of
Yeah.
it somewhere. I know that. It was fun though. We passed it around. Everybody got to try it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and like you
CD
said, that soundtrack was amazing. It was amazing. It was an amazing piece of art.
Yeah,
It should have won a Grammy.
that's why you left it at the cabin and see.
It was a $200 cigar, or valued at $200.
Yeah.
And they market it to like almost like the hip hop community. And so that whole album was just full of hip hop songs, just like gold leaf cigars, ballin' ass cars. You know,
Yeah.
like it was just so stupid. It was terrible rap. Probably okay beats, but
Yeah, exactly.
Doug,
Doug's getting rowdy.
you might hear a dog barking in the background. He needs to knock it off. But yeah, so he might be stopping by here later to give us some gold leaf cigars. We probably won't sample them on this episode, but if we do get them, we'll check them out on the next episode.
Yeah,
So
okay.
shout out to Eric Miner. Thank you
cigar
very much.
sampling
Yeah.
episode would be cool.
And then we'll throw it out to everybody else. You want to give a shit? We'll try it on our podcast. We like free stuff.
Yeah. Food, beer, cigars.
Yeah.
All about it.
Also wanted to shout out to Casey Weber because he's constantly listening and constantly commenting. So I just wanted to give him a quick shout out. He sent me a message about like, oh, maybe you can tell the story about how I smashed my finger. I'm like, that's kind of a dumb fucking story. Like, no offense, Casey. But it's like, oh, Casey smashed his finger. But then I realized, like, wait a minute. There is an aspect to that is kind of fucking funny. And it just paints a picture of how cool of a dude Casey Weber is, right?
Okay.
So we're out on site, right? It was big 6-well install. We probably had 8 to 12 people out there doing work. And I pop in because I'm the manager at that point, you know.
Right.
Everything already got started. I drive down, pop in. I'm sitting on site, sitting in my truck doing fucking nothing. Because,
Right. Working real hard.
yeah, 'cause that's what the manager does.
Right.
Everybody else does it. And I just sit in my truck. Fuck
Right.
you guys. And all of a sudden, Casey comes up and he's like, taps on my window. And I roll my window. I'm like, yeah, what's up, dude? And he's like, hey, man, sorry. I'm like, what? For what? And he's like, I smashed my finger. It's just like he didn't get the bone, but he got like the meat, like in the paw of your hand, and it smashed between a bolt and a hydraulic wrench. Yeah, and it just like popped it like a bubble. So it was a big split in his finger. Meat was all hanging out. He's bleeding everywhere. And instead of like, you know, I feel like even me, if I smash my finger, I'm like fuck, somebody help! I need help! Like,
Right,
wrap it up!
right.
Stop the bleeding! Let's go! Like, go to the hospital. He just walks. He's, hey man, I'm sorry.
My bad.
Yeah.
Smash it.
He was just so cool and so chill about it. So that kind of shows you how cool of a dude Casey Weber is. He's just like a chill fucking, you know,
Yeah,
chill
I'd
ass
have
dude.
been crying or
Yeah.
something. I'd be like, oh my god!
No, instead he's apologizing to me because he knew I'm gonna have to fill out paperwork and all that bullshit.
Get that accident report going. Go over your JSA.
Yeah, and then I had to take him. Well, that's the first question they asked. Was like, was he wearing gloves? He's like, yes. And like, do you have a JSA? I'm like, yes. Like, are you okay? They don't give a fuck if you're fine. They want to make sure like you got your bases covered.
Right, exactly.
And then it's like, well, take him to this place to get it fixed and get a drug test. You know?
Right. You're in the oil field immediately. It's like, well, you gotta get a drug test.
They cover their asses first before they worry about your health.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You're hard, Casey. You're hard.
yeah, shout out, Casey. Hey, and I forgive you, man.
Yeah.
You don't need to be sorry. You're forgiven.
You need to apologize, but yeah.
There was one other thing I didn't write down, but I want to touch on. Tyler also comments on our stuff a lot.
Yes.
We talked, if you didn't catch last week's episode, we talked 90s movies, and he brought up the fact that the Ace Ventura 1 and 2, like he said there's not very many sequels that are good.
Right.
But Ace Ventura is definitely one of those ones where it's fucking good. Like most sequels are trash.
Yeah, it's hard because you know what to expect most of the time in a sequel, right? Like you've already watched the movie, it's had its premise. It's like, okay, now they're going to kind of just reiterate the same thing in a way.
Yeah.
And I mean, in a way, they did that with Ace Ventura, but it's just funny. It's just still funny as the first one.
Yeah. I mean, it's Jim Carrey still doing his great shit. The whole thing's great. And he's like, I still laugh at the part where he's driving down the road and he's wiggling his head around, acting like it's a bumpy road, but it's just a straight highway, and it pans out. The guy sitting in the passenger seat's just like, yeah, it's great. I might argue that Lethal Weapons had good sequels too.
Yeah. And, I think when you look at action movies, it's a little bit easier because normally the storylines is not that great.
Maybe the Die Hards.
Yeah.
Still not as good as the first, though.
Yeah, I know. The first one's hard, but still good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good sequels, but just as good. I think that's the key word. Just as good as the first one.
Right.
That's hard to say.
That's really hard to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could talk some, action hero movies and, things like that would say, I don't know. These sequels are pretty good.
Yeah.
The Guardians of the Galaxy comes to my mind real quick, like any of the Marvel movies. Like,
yeah. Well, the Marvel MCU is a completely different story.
Yeah, it's a whole beast of a thing. So.
All their shit is amazing. And even whenever it was first coming out, I was never a comic book guy. I was never really a superhero guy. Yeah. And I never really, everybody's like, oh my God, we got to go see this in theaters. I'm like, fuck that. Like, I don't give a shit. But now that it's all been out, and I think it was when I was working in the oil field, I got bored, and because we'd sit in our trucks a lot. So I started watching it, but in the chronological order, not the release date order. Because I don't know if many people know, it's like where they're released is not actually like chronological order of it all.
Right.
So I found a website that showed me all the chronological order, watched them all, and I fucking love love Marvel movies.
Yeah, they're good.
Maybe that could be top 5. What's our top 5 favorite MCU movies?
Oh, yeah, that might not be a bad one.
Yep.
I think everybody likes those, so
yeah,
be a good subject.
Even non comic book fans seem to like them a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'll come up, and if you guys have top 5 ideas for us, let us know.
Oh, and shout out Tyler Dutton. Happy birthday.
Yeah, yes.
He had a birthday last Saturday. We all got together at his place. Mm-hmm. His brother threw a little party for him there, and it was a good time.
Happy birthday, Tyler.
I don't know what that was.
You got him a backpack for his cat. Well, not a cat backpack, but a backpack the cat goes in.
Right. Yeah. It's one of those bubble cat backpacks. It's got like you can dome on the outside so the cat can like see out the back.
Yeah.
Main reason we got it for him is because he lives really close to us, like literally can walk to our house down a hill and then back up the hill. Well, of course, he had a couple drinks one night and he decided he wanted to bring Grandpa down with him.
He's going to come
to play with Daisy
and bring his cat,
my dog, and he fell down a couple times. I think coming up and down the hill because it's not easy to walk. You walk through a little bit of woods and then you go up a hill on the road and then across the road he's back there. But
over the river and through the woods.
Yeah, so we thought maybe we could get him his backpack so if we wanted to bring Grandpa down, it would be a little less dangerous and he wouldn't run away, but he might get mixed up and
tumble and roll over his cat.
Like he's in a washer or dryer or something.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Tyler Dutton. That concludes all of our listener interaction stuff.
Cool.
Can't think of anything else. Let's get into. We've got some weird shit this week.
Yeah.
What's your weird thing? What did you do weird this week?
Mine's not crazy weird. It's just a little trip into my.
Notice I'm making you go first because I still don't know if I want to disclose mine. You're gonna find out how gross piece of shit I am.
You're probably not alone in that, but yeah. Mine is more like into my mental, how I think or how I do things.
A glimpse into the mind of Cody.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody else is like this. I'm sure there is, but I'm walking in a parking lot. I hear a car start up, and I'm about to walk behind it. My immediate thought is this car is going to come at me at 50 miles per hour in reverse, which it's definitely not going to do because it's parked. But
for some reason, most people in your head, they just smash the gas and back out.
Yeah, there's a hitman in that car, and he's about ready to run me over.
They don't even look in their rearview mirrors.
So why Steve says I'm a ninja is because I immediately start thinking, all right, I gotta look for the bumper or the hitch in this truck or car or whatever it is. I'm about ready to just jump off the back of it, kick flip over the top, and roll out of this situation. When in reality, they see me or they're going to go 3 miles per hour, and I'm just going to jump on the back of the car and scare the shit
then you literally just like go,
I'm done.
I'm out of the way. I'm safe.
Yeah. But yeah, something in my mind tells me that there's somebody in that car. They're going to kill me, and I got to be prepared for that situation.
You've got like that survivalist instinct.
I guess, yeah.
You're like, I don't know why I keep thinking Jason Statham from Transporter.
Yeah. Kick over this car.
Maybe it's because he drives cars in that and you're talking about cars. I don't know.
But then we know if I tried to do that maneuver, all I would actually do is jump into the back of their car.
Yeah.
Maybe smash their back window and fall on the ground.
And they'd have a dash cam and it'd look like you tried to just flop into it for an insurance fraud claim.
Like, no, I was going to roll over top of your car, bro. Just smack into the back of it. It would look ridiculous.
I'm like, what the fuck? Why'd you jump on my car, bro? I'm like, you were gonna hit me. No, I wasn't. I saw you.
And I don't know why things like that come through my mind, but they do. And I don't know why I decided I want to talk about it on the podcast. But hey, that's a little glimpse.
I mean, it's a weird thing.
My brain doesn't work right now.
Yeah.
Into how my brain work. My brain work good.
That's how my mind work. Me talk good.
Me talk good.
I flop on cars.
But yeah, so that's my weird thing of the week. What's up, gross man?
Fuck. So
why are you so gross?
We got this whole pandemic going on. The old pandy, as I like to call it. And I can't even take credit for that. I know I stole that from somewhere. I heard it from somewhere. Can't tell you where.
Pandy.
Somebody else called it a pandy. It's probably some other podcast I listen to. But yeah, I call it the pandy. The old pandy.
That 2020, 2021 pandy.
Yeah, the old pandy. 2 weeks to flatten a curve. We're in there a year now.
Yeah.
But so it's been a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And you're supposed to wear a mask, which I have been.
Yeah.
I mean, I've used some of the disposables a lot. At first I tied up bandanas until they told you you're not allowed to tie up bandanas anymore.
Yeah.
Even tried the gaiters and shit. But I've had real masks, like washable ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I just finally washed them yesterday.
Oh my God.
There's 4 total. 2 of them have the work logo for the people I work for. One of them, actually, I custom made. I took a picture of my face. So it's just like from my nose down. So whenever I wear it, it looks like my face smiling. It's pretty fucking dope.
I've seen that one. It's dope.
Yeah. And then I even got like this dope ass Under Armour one that work bought for me.
Nice.
Yeah. That's like,
but you just never washed them.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Yeah. They started to stink.
Oh, I'd imagine.
One of them had a mustard stain in it. Like,
You're mustard. What were you eating? A hot dog and you got mustard on it?
I eat mustard on everything.
That's true. You like your mustard.
I'm a mustard man.
Ooh, we could do top 5 condiments sometimes.
Yes.
Too. That's a good one.
Mustard is the king of condiments. That's number 1. Don't steal it from me, you motherfucker. But yeah, totally. Apparently, I was like eating lunch, and this is one of my work ones with the logo on it. So I was eating lunch, and I must have spilled mustard on my face and didn't know it. And then I put my mask on to go like do my shit. And then like the next, like when I pull it off after shift, I look and there's just a big old mustard streak in it.
Well, I mean, your beard's a little bit bigger than mine, but I can understand that you probably got a little mustard caught in your beard and then put your mask back on or something.
I like to keep my beard long. Mm-hmm. Always keep my beard long. But it's a pain in the ass under masks. Like I have to fucking trim my beard now because of this stupid pandy and shit.
I mean, I guess I've gone a long time without washing a mask, or I just throw them away and get new ones. But I have a couple cloth ones. I have the MGM one from Vegas that I really like.
Yeah.
Typically, I just hope that I leave it in like my pants pockets, and then they get washed. Steph washes the clothes.
Right.
It's washed and ready to go. So
Yeah, that's mine.
I don't think I've gone a year.
Mine just sit in my car because
Maybe 3 weeks.
yeah,
Which still sounds gross. Like you think about it.
So there's 4 of them, and within a year, we'll just say each of them has gone about a total of 3 months without being washed.
Trying to make yourself sound less gross, but I'm sure you wear one all the time.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
So that's all right though. I mean, it's gross.
And that's even, I remember like when the pandy first happened, there was an article that came out and it was like, on average, Americans are only washing their masks about every 9 days. And apparently that was fucking bad. And you're supposed to do it like 1 to 2, or even like 1 day wash it. Like, they didn't interview me for that study, or else that average would have gone way up.
Yeah, it'd been like a couple weeks just from you.
On average, Americans aren't washing their masks up to a month because this disgusting motherfucker.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I mean, I get it. You just got them in your car, you know.
Yeah.
You just take them on and off a lot. Luckily, it didn't cause any illness up from you because they say your mouth's so gross and like if you breathe. But it's your own germs, right?
It's my own germs.
You didn't transfer, you know, nobody's sharing it with you. So whatever. You're gross, but that's fine.
And a lot of it too is the stress of forgetting it. So if I take it out of the car, I wash it, and then say I'm just because it's always there. You know, it's always there.
Right.
So then I go on about my shit, and all of a sudden, like, fuck, I don't have a mask. I can't even go to this fucking store now, or I can't do this. Because then everybody's going to look at me like I'm crazy, or, you know.
Yeah, I've had to scramble before and put some things together there and go into a gas station and buy a disposable mask. I mean,
right.
They're not dumb. They're in there selling them for, you know, $2, $3, $4 a pop.
Right.
So they can make a little bit of money off of it because they know people are going to forget them all the time. So some places give them away free, which is nice. But
yeah, and you'll see those like some grocery stores and shit. Like, oh, did you forget your mask? Buy one here for $2 fucking. Like,
did you
see, it's like a disposable.
Yeah. See, Texas said, we done with
fuck
it. We done with it.
That's cool. Mississippi said, fuck it.
We done with it. No more masks.
Shout out to Texas for doing it right.
No mandate, at least. You know, they say, you know, you should still wear a mask. You should still do all that, but you don't have to wear a mask.
They're opening back up 100%. I heard, from what I heard is if by the end of April, if our cases hasn't gone up here in Ohio, we're going back to no mask.
Yeah.
We're going back to 100%. We already lifted like the curfew ban and shit. So hopefully we get there, man. I'm done with this.
I just imagine a bunch of Texans standing out on their front porch and with shotguns, like, bring it on, Sorry if you're from Texas, and you know that's how other states think of you. I'm sorry.
Pretty sure when you become a citizen, like once you buy your house, it comes with a gun.
Yeah, you just get a gun in Texas. It's fine. It's awesome.
Yes, that's why we should move to fucking Texas. No, I was like this whole. Without getting too political, this last election, they're like, the Civil War is going to break out. And like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to Texas.
I don't know, after that blizzard they got, and they had no power for a while. I was like, oh,
but I can deal with cold. I'll be like the day walker down there, like, how are you surviving in the cold? I'm like, this is fucking Ohio, bro. And like, give me your gun, I'll keep us all warm.
Right.
I'll figure it out.
2 degrees?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, Civil War, I'll just go to fucking Texas.
It was crazy, though, because it was like 2 degrees one week there, and then it went to like back up to like 60, 70 degrees the next week. It was whatever.
Just straight thawed out. Put them back to normal. Yeah, so that's how big of weirdos we are.
Yeah, kind of weirdos.
We are. We're a little bit weird.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn a lot of the weird shit that we do.
Absolutely. And, I think there's probably other people out there that think like I do, though, like immediately like on the defense.
Kind of like looking for an exit or...
Yeah.
I mean, I get that way whenever I'm in big crowds, but never in a parking lot. I just fucking run me over. I don't care.
Try it.
Yeah.
Try it, man.
Okay, so this week we've got some booze to try.
We do.
We've got, which I'm pretty sure we've both already had, the Panther Hollow.
Right. I wanted their new beer, and I got their new beer, and then I forgot to bring their new beer. So we're gonna drink some Panther Hollow.
From Millersburg Brewing Co. Straight out of Ohio, down there in Amish country. Mm-hmm. This is called Panther Hollow. It's a vanilla porter. I don't know what 38 IBUs means, but it has 38 IBUs.
Our buddy Derek works down there. He's the assistant brewmaster.
Yeah.
Marty is the brewmaster. But they make some damn good beers.
Well, we know like half the staff there.
Yeah, I'm repping one of the Mug Club shirts. I'm a part of the Mug Club too. And
Gina, Buck, Marty, Derek, like.
Oh yeah, everybody that's in there pretty much. Just a bunch of great people. And if you're ever looking for a road trip and you go down to Amish country, definitely stop there. It's a cool building.
They're probably all supporters of the show too. So shout out to you guys. Thanks for watching.
The whole building, they like refurbed an old barn for all the tables, and like there used to be an old bowling alley thing where they shove shirts and stuff in, but then too many people, it was like part of the bars. Too many people put their feet in it and just broke all. So they had to redo that. But all the whole bar and everything's just recycled material. Really cool place.
God, that's good.
Yeah. Let me give it a sip here.
If you like porter, it's not overly vanilla. It's definitely a decent dark beer.
I got a story about this beer. Mm-hmm. And why I have trouble drinking it anymore.
Oh, yeah? No. So is this painful for you?
It's great. No, actually, because I haven't had one in a long time. But sometimes they have, when they're doing their canning, because they do all their canning on site.
Yep.
They have what they call underflows, so it doesn't fill up enough. Something happened with that, and with the cans were bad. Mm-hmm. So Derek had like 6 cases of this.
Just a whole bunch of basically free beer because they couldn't sell it. It wasn't sellable.
So he brought me 3 cases of vanilla porter.
Yeah.
And I drank most of them and then gave a bunch away.
And just slammed a bunch of vanilla porter.
Because they're good.
Yeah.
But drinking a lot of these, not good.
6.25% ABV.
Yeah.
So.
And after you drink so many of them,
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like when we got that free keg of, like 3/4 of a keg of Sunset Wheat from the Lighthouse.
Yeah.
And this party just didn't want it. We didn't have it on tap. Jason's like, yeah, take it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. So we had a case of Sunset Wheat. So for the first couple of days, it was cool. Then we kind of got tired of it. And then we threw a party and we just slammed Sunset Wheat. Just slammed it. And we didn't even kill the keg. We probably still had like 1/4 of it left. And we're just like, no, I can't even do it. I don't think I've had a Sunset Wheat since.
Anything that's like got a little bit of sweetness to it and that extra sugar and stuff. Yeah. But if you drink too much of it, it's just, oh my God.
And it tastes exactly like Fruity Pebbles. Yeah. And it's probably like 6-7% ABV. Like, so we got drunk, but then like anything sugary like that gives me the worst headache hangover in the world the next day. So yeah.
Yeah. We were playing like drinking games with it and stuff too. So it was like not a good idea.
We just poured it in a pitcher, had a pitcher sitting in the middle of the table and just fucking pour it out.
Everybody get some. Get some.
Just everybody drink it. And we still didn't kill it.
Yeah. I don't know how, but yeah.
Because it's heavy and it's hard. It's hard to chug that.
Yeah.
That's why we stick to like our Coors and our Millers and our Bud Lights and shit. Like, we stick to the light beers because you can slam those.
Exactly.
But you start slamming craft beers and you're in a world of hurt.
Exactly.
Tip of the week. Try not to chug the shit out of craft beers.
Yeah. But it's definitely a very solid beer. I know it's won some awards. I believe the Vanilla Porter's won some awards for porters. And they submit a lot of their beers to the, what you want to call it,
I forget, the
Beer
name of the
Olympics.
Yeah, I forget the name of the awards.
It's like the American beer, whatever.
And they usually go and attend, but this year they had to do it. They had to do it via webcam and COVID shit. And actually, I remember going over to Derek's to watch that and stuff. So yeah, they're big time. They win awards and shit. So
yeah, they got some stellar awards. So they know how to make beer. That's for sure.
Next up to try, we've got some gin.
Ooh,
some snappy gin.
Not my favorite.
Yeah, usually I'm not a gin person.
I
don't like drinking pine trees.
Yeah, it's like brushing your teeth with pine needles. What I always like to say. You can make some good drinks with it.
Yeah,
mixing it in. I can't think of any off the top of my head. But
it's the slow gin fizz, where slow spelled like SLOE. I might have poured those a little heavy, so watch yourself.
Yeah, I probably won't drink the whole thing then.
These shot glasses are awesome because they match the ale horns.
Yep.
But they're huge, and you can't judge an ounce in there. Like,
oh, that's got to be a good like 6 ounces in there.
Well, yeah, it's from bottom to top. That's probably 6 ounces. Yeah. But like my shot in there is probably a good 2 ounces,
or maybe 4 ounces. I don't know. But yeah,
like that's not an ounce pour I just put. But
let's give it a little sip here.
Yeah.
So it's Aviation American Gin.
Yep. And it is more. It's less juniper berry. It's less Christmas tree.
Did you say it's Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
The beautiful Ryan Reynolds.
That six pack.
Yeah.
I just made Steph watch Waiting for the first time.
Yes.
In which I was blown away she didn't watch Waiting.
Yeah. Because that's a great movie.
Yeah, that movie cannot be made nowadays.
It could have maybe flown under the radar. Yeah, there's no way that thing would be canceled before it even hit the theaters, you know?
Yeah. They made it. It's pretty raunchy.
Yeah.
Basically. Definitely just one of those things.
Say that the derogatory F word about gay people.
Yeah, exactly.
Lot.
I mean, the whole premise of the movie is basically that. Because they do their dick showing game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's something else. But if you've ever been in the industry,
that's exactly what it is.
It's exactly what it is. Like all the people, all the different people, the line cooks,
I can say
the different waitresses, the personas, everything.
I can say I relate to 99% of that movie. The only 1% that I can't relate to is I've never done anything wrong to somebody's food on purpose.
Right.
Like that scene, and I get it. I'm sure there are places out there. I'm sure there are scumbags out there that do that. But I've always said, yeah, you think you're doing it to the customer, but really you're doing it to your food.
Right.
You know, I always just, I don't know, it's maybe sound corny. I always respected the food. But no, like, somebody pisses me off. Yeah, we get a bitch out there. I'm not going to spit in her shit or, like, drop it on the floor, but,
No.
But I'll do some petty shit like, oh, they said the soup's not hot enough. I'm like, fucking microwave for 20 fucking minutes. Like, this thing's going to be boiling lava for you now. Like, you want it hot? I'll make it hot. Like, I'll do that stuff, but I'm not going to spit in your food. But
right.
But we played dick games. And it's like everybody was banging everybody. I mean, I met my wife there. I met my wife in a restaurant. Shit, like.
Yeah, me too. I mean, essentially. So.
And then for some reason too, like that's the only industry too. I mean, yeah, I've partied with some oil field guys and stuff. But it was never seemed as like tight knit family shit where it's like we get off work, where are we going to party? You know?
Oh yeah, it's always a big party after work. And they show it in the movie too. Like that's exactly what a restaurant is. Yeah. So if you have kids in there, you might want to worry a little bit.
I've still always said if you want to find drugs, find a dishwasher at a restaurant.
Yeah.
If you all of a sudden want to start doing drugs and you want to try weed, find a dishwasher at a restaurant. If they don't have it, they'll find you somebody that has it. Like, for sure.
That is not advice.
You need a good drug dealer, go to your local restaurant and talk to the dishwasher.
No, that's actually pretty good gin.
It's smooth.
It's smooth, yeah. It's not crazy on that juniper.
We'll give a shout out to Kirk Martin, my brother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
He introduced me to that.
Oh, good job, Kirk.
And that's one of his favorites, but he's like a gin maniac though. He likes all the other stuff that's a little Christmassy, like the English gin, like Beefeater and Tanqueray and all that shit. Like he'll get into the harder ones.
Yeah,
and that's
not for me.
I like that one because it's smooth.
Maybe as I get older, it might grow on me more, but not right now.
You think that's like an old person thing?
I feel like gin's an old person thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
like drink a gin and read the newspaper.
Let's play some baccarat.
Old person thing to me is but yeah, old person thing to me is definitely reading the newspaper for sure. But
yeah.
Okay, so that's what we've tried. Let's get into. We're doing our top 5 side dishes.
Top 5 at 5, but it's not 5.
It's not 5. Well, it's a little after. No, it's 6:47. Way past 5.
It's way past 5. Top 5 side dishes. So it could be any side dish.
Any side dish.
I think we said potatoes can be any kind of potatoes. So like, you don't just take potato and get all the potatoes because that would dominate the side dishes. Yeah,
potatoes.
Yeah, so
so it's like if it said fries, you can't get also then be like McDonald's fries. You got fries in general, but you don't own the potato.
So we definitely call ourselves foodies. Obviously, we've talked before about our past, being in the restaurant. We just touched on that a little bit more. Yeah. And Steve having a culinary degree, all that. So we definitely like to consider ourselves foodies at least.
Culinary degree, I don't even use anymore. Go to college, kids. It's a waste of money.
Yeah, good stuff.
I mean, unless you're going to be a fucking doctor, like then go to college.
Yeah.
You can use that
Certain things you should probably go to college for.
Right.
Being a chef.
Yeah, I got to save my parents. Well, every time you talk to my dad, it was like, I spent $50,000 on you to go to school. I spent $80,000 on you to go to school. So I could have saved my dad $120,000 or however much he's up to now.
Right, how much it actually was. Yeah.
So
like $2. But yeah, so we decided we were going to do our favorite side dishes to go with a meal.
Mm-hmm. And what? Am I going first?
I believe it's me this time.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
You went first last time. No.
I don't know. You go first.
I'll go first.
You go
Let's just make the decision. Executive decision. I'm going first.
Throw it out there.
So I feel like, the staple side dish. You want this with a burger. So right, you already know what it is. You can have this with a steak. You can have this with a chicken sandwich. You can have this with anything. You can put it on a salad to dice up your salad a little bit more.
Yeah.
Good old potato French fries.
The old French fries.
Yeah. Cut in so many different delightful ways. Fried to perfection.
You get some decent coated ones.
Yeah. You get
Even
nice
like seasoned
ones.
curlies. Seasoned curlies are dope. Like
Millersburg Brewing's got some damn good fries out there.
Yeah.
They're kind of like a chipped fry that have like a light seasoning on them.
Yeah.
Oh man, they're good.
What do you think your favorite fry is?
I mean, I love just like house cut. The fair fry type situation.
Yeah.
Just get a whole mess of those covered in vinegar and salt.
Yeah.
Then there's something about McDonald's French fries that's like crack cocaine.
Well, they probably do put crack cocaine in them.
Yeah, I mean, fresh, hot out of their fryer.
Yeah.
Those things sit for like a minute, and you get them. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what oil they use, what they put in those fries. Actually, hot tip for cooking.
Hot tip.
If you ever, how you get McDonald's French fries, if they get cold and you microwave them,
They're not good.
they're not good. They're terrible.
Soggy.
You can air fry them,
Yeah, slap in the air fryer.
and they come right back.
Yeah.
I suppose you could put them in an oven, and they might come back too.
Yeah.
But
Just you want dry heat.
that takes way too long.
Microwave makes the water molecules get excited and expand out and makes it soggy.
Yeah, exactly.
You want dry heat to crisp them.
Put them in an air fryer. Oh my god,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Some of my favorite fries I've ever had was at Moxie and Red. And, well, no, Moxie just had them. Red didn't have fries there. But they blanched. They do hand cut.
Yeah,
And then blanch them and then put them cold. And just something about that blanching activated the starches. And, like so whenever you finally fried them and got them hot and then put them on a plate, they were just crispier than a regular, like a hand-cut fair fry.
right. When you say like a blanch, they were just
Yeah, they'd slap them in
Half fry?
Yeah, they'd slap them in the fryer and probably even on lower heat. Because I think when we finally fried them, it was like 350 to 375 in the fryer.
okay.
But whenever they blanched them, it was like 250. So just kind of let them slow cook for a minute, get some of that moisture out of there.
Get that oil coated on them already.
Kind of activate that starch on them.
Yeah.
And then cool them off, let them sit, and then we'd prepare them to order after that. And they were fucking delicious.
Sounds like a mess of oily French fries you'd have sitting around though.
Actually, wasn't that bad. But they had prep cooks. I never did any of that shit.
This restaurant he worked at, it was like a combo, two restaurants, Red and Moxie, right? It was
Yep.
like kind of, they were together but separate, right?
Red was one dining room, one hotline. Moxie was one dining room with the hotline within the dining room, so you could actually see the people preparing the food. But they shared one main kitchen where you do all the prep work and where the coolers were and all that stuff. It was
Right.
fucking awesome. I think there's like 4 Reds now. I think they have one downtown Cleveland, one in Boca Raton, one in South Beach. So Red's kind of expanded back. Moxie's only ever been the one Moxie. But I've learned more from working in that restaurant for 3 years than I did at any other place, even college.
Yeah, I went and ate there once when our old one of my old chefs left, TJ Hamilton, left, and he was working there as their chef. And I went there and I basically got served a 20-course meal.
Yeah.
Like he just kept bringing me stuff out. He's like,
Yeah.
"Here, try this, man. Here, try this. Here, try this."
They were great about that. They treated their employees really well. I remember the first time me and Sarah's parents met, we took them out to dinner at Moxie and Red, and all we paid for was entrees and wine. Everything else, like, they just kept bringing out appetizers, bringing out salads, like, here, oh, this is from the chef, this is from the chef, and it made me feel like a fucking baller too,
Yeah.
Like, think about that, like, oh, I mean, I knew Dan and Gloria a little bit, but like, yeah, come up to my restaurant,
Yeah, come get
come
some
up to the
food.
restaurant I
Yeah.
work at, and they're just like fucking throwing it out there, and I'm like, king of the castle, king of the castle.
It always feels good when you're in this industry and you go somewhere else and somebody, that you worked with before or somebody that knows you're in the industry and you took care of them before.
Yeah.
And they give it back to you.
Right.
That's what it's all about.
That's one thing. One thing I do miss about working in the kitchen industry is that sometimes you can work for shit people and they don't give a fuck, but the good ones
take care of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it a great time, even though, because they know they can't pay you well, which that sucks. But they give you other things. They make it kind of worth it.
Yeah. And that's French fries, folks.
And that's our story about fries.
Yeah, but I mean, any fries are going to be good. You got steak fries, you got curly cut fries.
I even like the Brew City ones that like Hog Heaven carries. Those things are dope.
There's fries everywhere, no matter what form they're in. They're normally decent and good.
Yeah,
and you want them as a side dish. So
hard to fuck up a French fry.
Yeah, I think that's a solid number one pick. What you got?
My number one pick is going to be the same vegetable, different cooking style.
Okay.
The old mashed potato.
Yeah, that's definitely. So I got to cross that one off here.
There's not a dance about. There's not a dance about a goddamn French fry. There's a dance about the mashed potato. You get you some good mashed potatoes, good butter content, lots of. I'd prefer like heavy whipping cream to milk, but still.
Oh yeah.
Either way, leave the skin on, skin off. Do some Yukons, do some whites. Just mash that tater, dude.
You can take instant mashed potatoes, and they're still good, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know what that's made out of.
No self-respecting person with a culinary degree would ever say that they've prepared instant mashed potatoes, but I haven't. I still fucking love them.
Oh yeah, yeah. Any kind of potato that you can put butter on.
Yeah.
Hello.
Load them with some sour cream. Put some cheese on them. Yeah. Fucking add the gravy. Give me all the gravy on that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get some gravy on. Oh yeah.
Don't even get me started about KFC mashed potatoes and fucking gravy, dude.
Mashed potato bowls.
Yeah.
Mashed potato bowls.
Yeah.
Mashed potato bowls. I mean, come on. The whole bowl is based off of this mashed potato.
Right.
And now it's your entire meal.
Yeah.
You just mix everything together because we're fat and lazy.
Well, I remember being like at Thanksgiving as a kid, and you get mashed potatoes and corn and or turkey and your green beans or whatever, and then I just mix them together and eat it like that. So whenever KFC came out with the bowls, I'm like, they stole my fucking idea. I should have copyrighted it.
You should have.
I already had it.
What were you doing?
I don't know.
How old were you?
I don't know. 8.
Yeah. What are you doing? Copyright shit, man. Come on.
Yeah. Should have known better. I should have known the copyright.
And then what I love is like, you make mashed potatoes for dinner at night. I always try to make extra.
Yeah.
Because in the morning when I'm making breakfast, what I like to do is take my cold mashed potatoes and then fry them up and make a little potato pancake.
Little tater pancakes, yeah.
Man, yeah.
Love me some tater pancakes.
If I'm not making fresh hash browns or something like that, like potato pancake.
Yeah.
All day.
So
good choice. Good choice. Solid number one. I think those are two solid number ones. You can't go wrong. They're both potatoes.
How the fuck can any potato side not be on your list?
French fry, mashed potato. That's that was a toss up. That's my number 2 if you didn't take it. But now you get a number 2.
Yeah, since I went second, my number 2 is going to be mac and cheese of all varieties. The Kraft's good. The homemade's good.
Right.
Like the fresh. Make a velouté. All that shit. Melt some cheese in there, throw in some mac.
Lobster mac and cheese.
I can't eat that.
Sorry. Steve is allergic to shellfish.
Shellfish allergy.
He wasn't when he was a kid.
No.
And we have a great story about that one at the lighthouse, too.
Yeah.
Should we just bring that one up now?
No, just talk about it. We decided we were going to introduce a new
shrimp dish, right?
Yeah, well, it was a seafood dish, like a cioppino.
Yeah.
Where it was a mixture of mussels, whitefish. We had shrimp in there and crab meat and like a broth, and we'd serve it with like big toasts. So it was brothy. So you dip your toast. Yeah.
Everything delicious in the whole world.
So I cooked it up, and the cool thing with me is like I knew how it tasted, but I couldn't taste test it. So I put it all together, knowing it was going to taste good. Gave it to Cody. Cody tries it. Like, this is fucking amazing. It's like, are you sure you can't just like eat shrimp anymore? I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, it just makes the roof of my mouth itchy and shit. And like,
yeah. So me,
weird. You're like, well, you're
me being me.
Yeah.
I go, when's the last time you had a piece of shrimp, Steve? And he's like, I don't know. It's been probably a couple years.
Yeah.
I said, okay. Are you sure? Maybe you just had like some bad shrimp before. Maybe like it's just a certain type of shrimp. You don't know this. You don't know. And he's like, maybe.
Well, I think you even brought up the fact that you're like, oh, sometimes allergies change, right? Because you weren't always allergic. Maybe your allergy reverted back.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm basically trying to kill you at this point in time.
So I smashed a piece of shrimp, and then my whole fucking face.
Well, you smashed one piece of shrimp, and I said, "How was it?" And you're like, "It was amazing."
It's good. It's delicious.
And then you started to eat some more because you're like, "I'm not feeling anything. I'm fine."
Yeah.
And then you ate a second piece, and then you're like,
Well, I think because
"Oh, it's getting itchy."
I think I ate one piece of shrimp, but then I kept eating I tried the other piece, like mussels, and I had some of the white fishes in there. I wanted to try I wanted to get a full dish, but then it was only one piece of shrimp, and it hit, and this whole side of my face went.
We did have an EpiPen on hand. We did have an EpiPen if we needed
Did we?
it. Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't carry.
Might have been old and expired, but somebody had left an EpiPen at the restaurant at one point in time, and I put it in the top drawer at the desk.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, do I get to use the EpiPen on Steve? It's gonna be awesome."
Slap him in the leg.
I'm not worried about you dying. I'm just worried about slapping you with EpiPen.
I want to hit him with a needle.
So he swelled up.
Yeah.
Half his face swelled up. We went next door and got some Benadryl.
If I can find the photo, and if I can figure out how to edit it in, I'll show you it now.
But yeah, so
mac and cheese.
mac and cheese. You can't eat lobster.
I can't eat lobster mac and cheese,
Yeah.
but I like the mac and cheeses where it's like you get pulled pork on it, barbecue.
Oh, yeah,
but that's more of a meal. But just as a side, noodles and cheese, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to say about the Kraft mac and cheese, right? We all grew up on that. Like
Blue Box Blues.
just a classic, you know. Sometimes you just want that straight up. My wife yells at me all the time because I'll if I do make it, it's been a long time since I made it.
Yeah.
But I like to cut off some cream cheese too and throw it in there and
Try
make
to doctor it up.
extra crazy. I doctor it up, and to me it's like banging good. But she's like, this is really good, but I just want it regular crap.
Yeah, and I get you because there's a lot of times I'll slap some extra cheese or do this or slap some sriracha on it, but sometimes you just want the straight up Blue Box, you know.
And then also I used to, as a kid, we'd make the mac and cheese, and then I would take one box and steal the cheese packet out of it.
Yeah.
And throw that box away, and then just sprinkle the extra cheese on top of
Oh,
it.
you dusted it with extra cheese.
So we'd have like that four pack or whatever of mac and cheese.
Awesome neon
One
orange.
box to get thrown away, and I just pull a packet out, and that would be like I just extra dust it with cheese.
Yeah.
So good. And somebody needs to come up with that where they just have the mac and cheese in it like a shaker.
They do that, but they call it popcorn seasoning.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's literally, I'm pretty sure I've tasted
Same
it. It's like
thing.
same thing, but you can sprinkle it on popcorn. I'm pretty sure it's just that cheese seasoning, maybe with a little more salt in it because it's going on popcorn.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know, but I just like to sprinkle it over the top.
Yeah.
Because even as a kid, I'm like, just sprinkle extra cheese on it.
Give it the extra.
I'm sure that's very healthy, right?
Give it the old extra. Yeah. Who cares about sodium?
All right, so that gives you mashed potatoes.
I got mashed taters. I got mac and cheese.
Those
You
are-
got fries. You're up for your
Fries.
second.
That's pretty solid. I'm gonna go. Man, that's tough. I might have to just stick with the potato and go a baked potato.
No baker, huh?
Yeah, I mean, there's just a solid, good baked potato. Goes back to what we're talking about mac and cheese. You put anything on it.
Right.
You put anything on it, you fill it with anything.
Yeah.
Obviously delicious with some butter, some sour cream,
Go with the loaded.
little scallions on there,
remember-
bacon.
I remember Wendy's had the broccoli and cheese baked potato, which is fucking dope. Like
Right.
cheese sauce and steamed broccoli, like from Wendy's.
Yeah.
You know.
It's it's kind of like the middle between, right? Like you got mashed potatoes, you got French fries, and then there's a baked potato.
Right.
It's a process of getting to one of them,
Right.
more or less, but it's more the process of getting to your mashed potato.
Yeah.
But something about a good baked potato, and I love eating the skin. I know some people don't eat the skin out of a baked potato, but like when it's nice and like oiled and baked, right, and it's crispy.
Rub some salt on it.
Oh man, it's good.
Eat
It's
all the
real
guts
good.
out. I'd always save the skin for last. Yeah.
And it's also the next step to making potato skins.
Yeah.
And potato skins are delicious too. So
That's my favorite way, even as a kid and even now, is, I get it, you split it, and then
Right.
you kind of fluff it up, but then I just mush it all out flat.
yeah.
And then smear a shitload of butter, a shitload of sour cream, and then a shitload of salt and pepper on it. And there you go. That's the best baked potato in my face.
That's just a vehicle to eat butter, right?
Yeah. It's a vehicle to eat butter, sour cream.
Because honestly, we all want to just eat a stick of butter.
Yeah.
But we don't want to judge ourselves.
Right.
And people judge us.
Well, it's like bread and butter. I
Yeah.
fucking hate. Well, I don't hate bread. The bread's just there to put the butter in my mouth. Like,
Exactly. Butter's just good.
yeah.
And we want to eat more of it.
Yeah.
And let's just put it on a potato.
It's hard to pass up a good baked potato.
Well, no, I mean, you get the right texture in a baked potato.
I think it was like a month ago or 2 months ago, where you and Steph came over and we did steaks and baked potatoes.
Yeah.
And that was like the first baked potato I've had in a long time. And I was like, God damn, this is good.
Yeah.
I'm just over there just hammering at oh my God. And we had ribeyes too. And like everybody else is like, these steaks are amazing. I'm like, what about the fucking baked potato?
What about the baked potato?
Fucking great. Just shoveling baked potato in my mouth.
Yeah, sometimes a good side you can't get enough of.
Yeah.
Right? You just can't get enough of. But yeah, good classic baked potato, I think,
Yeah.
it's a big one. I think a lot of people typically go to the mashed, but as a backup, baked is right
Get a good
there.
old baker.
Yep.
All right.
what
so
you got?
I'm moving to number 3 with onion rings.
Ooh, yeah.
Go straight into it. Onion rings.
I love onions.
And I love onions. They're good raw. They're even better when they're cooked because it brings out some of the sweetness in them depending on the onion. But you batter them or fry them, and even any batter, like you get some panko crusted ones, you get some weird crusted ones, beer battered ones.
Right.
You even get like the buttermilk dip and lightly fried ones. Like all of them, fucking good.
The different sizes, you get the little ones to the big ones, Yeah,
I'll take
absolutely.
them all. I'll take them all. Put them right in my face.
You know what sucks, though?
What's that?
When you get that big son of bitchin' beer battered, like, onion ring, and you grab it and you bite into it, and the onion flies out the other side, smashes you in the face, and
you don't
burns it.
Yeah, there's almost a trick to how you eat some of them, and like you have to bite really hard to make sure you cut it off.
Yeah.
Because if not, then you like pull it out and then like, oh, I got a lot of onion in this,
Yeah.
and then you're just left with like a batter shell.
And I guarantee there's not one person that has ate an onion ring that has not burnt themselves with the onion flying out in their face. It's just going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Well, because you don't want to wait.
Right.
And they're always going to be lava in the middle, and you like touch them and like, oh, these are easy. They
look so
they're
good.
fine. They're plenty cool down, and then you bite into it, and there's fucking lava in your mouth.
And then a bloomin' onion, too.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, man. No, Damon's bloomin' onion. They used to do a good one.
Yeah.
The Damons were around.
Damon's had didn't Damon's have the loaf?
Yeah. Yeah, they were the loaf, weren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
Outback has a bloom. I mean, a lot of people have
Oh, the
bloomers,
onion
but-
loaf was good, too.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then you get the zesty horseradish sauce. That shit's so good.
Oh. Onions.
Yep.
Just a simple vegetable, but if you batter it and fry it, it is delicious.
Yep.
It is delicious.
So yeah, that's onion rings. My number 3.
All right. You want me to go to number 4? Wait, my 3.
You are at 3 now. Yeah, you got fries and baked potato.
Okay, let me go to veggie.
Yeah.
I gotta go Brussels sprouts.
Neil Sprouts.
You're taught as a kid, and everybody's taught that Brussels sprouts are terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Every cartoon or every Saturday cartoon or commercial is like Brussels sprouts. Ew.
So gross.
Ew.
But if you cook Brussels sprouts right,
Yeah.
they're delicious. And I'm talking, okay, I understand a lot of people will be like, yeah, but you put bacon in them and butter, and then it's just delicious. No. You can do olive oil, salt, and pepper,
Yeah.
and make amazing Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
Amazing Brussels sprouts. But yes, you can add some pancetta.
And that's one thing I love too is my boys are eating Brussels sprouts now.
Yeah.
Like I never ate Brussels sprouts as a kid because first off, I don't even know if my parents liked them or anything. But and then secondly, if they did make them, like the cartoons told me they're bad.
They're terrible. Tiny little beautiful heads of cabbage. The funnest plant to grow. If you ever have a little garden and you want to try something fun, it's the coolest looking plant to grow. If you've never seen a Brussels sprout plant, Google it. It's fun looking.
Yeah.
It goes like a tree with all the little Brussels sprouts growing off the side of it. It's really neat. Delicious to me, not to everybody. And you can do different things with them too. Everybody's like, oh, you just half them and cook them. No, you can actually like shave them down.
Yeah.
I've shaved them down before and like sauteed them up to make like I don't know what you want to call that, like a hash or
Right.
what would be a good word for that?
I guess hash probably or just
Hash, succotash, or
shaved veggies.
shave.
Shaved veggies.
But anyways,
Yeah, I've even seen people that'll shave them up
I've used them.
and hit them in a fryer, make them crispy, and then use them as toppers on
Oh,
dishes
so
and
good.
shit too.
Yeah.
Like
I've shaved a bunch of it because you get those real big ones. It's awesome to shave those, and then fry them. Hit them with a little bit of vinegar. Man, I'll tell you what,
Dope as fuck.
And of course, if you want to add a little bacon in there, it
Yeah.
won't hurt nobody's feelings.
I wonder. This is one thing I want to try. We should shave up some breasties and try to use them as a slaw because they're basically
delicious.
cabbage.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever tried that.
yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, but I've never done it.
At my work, we have what we call a power slaw blend, and that's what it is. It's shaved Brussels sprouts, like kale, like.
So it's already got the cabbage and it's got breasties in there.
Yep,
That sounds
yep,
dope.
And you make coleslaw with it.
You should get us a bag of that.
I'll see what I can do.
Try
yeah.
one on the next episode.
Brussels, I think, are just a good vegetable. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know. So that's mine.
That's dope.
Where you at, number 4?
Number 4, I'm going for a broccoli.
Broccoli. I mean, that's a staple, right?
Yeah.
I think everybody likes broccoli for the most
It's another
part.
one of those ones like you put cheese on it. You can do it in butter. You can do it if you're a health nut. You can do it steamed, olive oil. Add some garlic in there. It's dope. Cut down the florets. I've even seen where it's been like chopped up and put in like a broccoli salad type thing. Like,
Right, yeah.
It's very versatile. One thing I didn't realize, and I want to bring to light to a lot of people, is like if you get like the big stalk of broccoli, so you got the floret here, and say you got a good 4 inches of stem. Cut that stem off, peel it down,
Okay.
and then dice it, like cut it up,
Yeah.
and it blanches, and or it'll cook off just the same as the rest of the broccoli, and it's fucking delicious.
Oh, really?
You got to get rid of that stringy, the stringy part on the outside.
Right.
But the inside is almost like a less starchy potato. If I had a good way to describe it,
That makes sense because you know what? Now that you say that, because I've never actually done that.
Yeah.
But most of the heads I buy normally don't have that much stock on it. But
right? But in the kitchen, in the food sales,
they did.
you
right?
sell huge, and they're always huge.
Right.
Use that stem.
If you get a bag of frozen broccoli,
Yeah.
I guarantee most of that is
Yeah.
stem because you know you buy that cheap like frozen bag of broccoli.
Yeah.
There's always like little square pieces in there. I'm like,
Well, yeah.
where the hell did that come from?
You got to look at the bag because some of them say like broccoli florets or others like chopped broccoli. The chopped broccoli does have those pieces of stem in there.
Exactly.
And yeah, as long as you peel that off, it cooks up great.
There you go.
Delicious.
The more you know, the more you grow.
The more you know. Like we need that star going across.
We got some good hot cooking tips out here.
Yeah, you're good. Everybody's
Yeah.
learning a lot today.
Everybody's learning. All right, broccoli. That's a very solid choice. Very solid
Broccoli's
choice.
dope.
So where am I? I'm at number 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me go with asparagus.
Aspergas, huh?
I'm going asparagus.
I love asparagus.
Same thing with broccoli. If you get those big, thick asparagus, make sure you take a knife down at the bottom and
Yeah, peel those off too. Don't
Yeah.
cut it off. Peel them down.
yeah, slice it down so it takes out that strain. But man, asparagus is good.
Yep.
Super easy to cook. You can grill it. You can
Yeah.
pan roast it. Hell, I'll eat it raw.
Like,
I mean, you
I
can.
know, like the little ones you can grill easy, but I like it in the thick
The big boys, yeah.
Give them a good blanch and then finish them on the grill.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just an overall good vegetable. I think a lot of people like them. Another fun one to grill. I actually have some wild asparagus by my house now.
Yeah.
I was pretty excited about that I transplanted it over and it's still going, kicking.
That's pretty awesome.
You get white asparagus too. Pickled asparagus is not bad, and like a Bloody Mary or something like that too. But yeah, I mean, it's not a whole lot to say about asparagus. It's kind of like broccoli, but it's just a stick.
It does have a weird feature, and I've learned that it doesn't happen to everybody.
Okay,
It makes your pee smell weird.
that too.
But apparently, that's only like there's 10% of the people that, or 10% of people that eat broccoli have their pee smell weird. The others, it doesn't. Something in their body processes it out. But if your pee smells weird, your body's just like not processing it out, and it's letting it out through your urine.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact.
I want to down a bunch of asparagus and see what happens, but I'm pretty sure I peed green before because I've ate like a pound of asparagus.
Well, have you ever smelled it?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Nope.
Because you'd know. Like, I'd eat 3 pieces of asparagus right now, and then probably not the next piss, but the piss after that. I'm sitting there and because I forget, peeing, like, what the fuck? It smells like asparagus. Like it literally smells like asparagus.
Well, my body's
so you're one of the people. You're one of the people that can process it. I'm one of the people that can't.
My body's running 110%. Sorry.
You're a fucking weakling. You can't process the
process asparagus.
You can't process the asparagus
Snap
smell.
asparagus in half. Like no,
You weak motherfucker. All right.
But yeah, that's got to be my next one. I just did 2 veggies back to back.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go for a specific dish and a veggie.
Okay.
And that is green bean casserole.
Okay.
And I'm talking because I've tried to make it before, where I make blanch my green beans, cut them up, make the sauce, do all the stuff, make my own fried onions on it. I've tried my own way to like hand make everything.
Yeah.
But I'm talking the shit that your grandma made, the shit that your aunt brings to Thanksgiving, canned green beans, canned cream of mushroom soup or cream of onion, whatever which one they use. Right. And then the French's shit on top.
Cheap French's onions on top.
I fucking destroy that, dude. That's always a huge staple. And that's one of the reasons why I love holidays because of the family and the friends and the togetherness and whatever. No, fuck that. I love
green bean
casserole, dude.
You can make that like super easy, right?
Yeah, but it just seems like it's always like...
It's always better when somebody else makes it.
Because whenever I do it, I fuck it up. Because
Right.
I try to... it just needs to be simple. Like, I don't just do it simple. I'm like, oh, maybe I can add more garlic or onions or this or that. No, I just need... however the fuck they do it,
yeah,
that's how I want
Sometimes we gotta turn it off, and we don't turn it off. When we start cooking, like it just starts going and flowing, and you're like, I'm gonna add this, bam, 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 and
like you
most of the time it comes out wonderful.
Yeah,
but sometimes it's not what you want.
Right? It's not. Like, that was delicious, and I fucking loved it. Like it was actually kind of better, but that's not what I needed right now. I needed the old simple shit.
That's it's going back to the mac and cheese. Talking about Steph. Sometimes she just wants mac and cheese, and I'm sitting there throwing cream cheese in it, garlic powder, salt, pepper, doing everything. She's like, "This is wonderful, but
this is delicious. But why can't we? Why can't you ever just?"
Or she'll have it. I made it like that, and she'll be like, "This is delicious." But the next time I'm making mac and cheese, she's like, "I'm making it."
Yeah. And she'll just do a
she just wants to do it straight up.
Because there is something comforting about like that baseline, because that's what you ate as kids, or like just with mine, it's like that's what I eat on holidays.
Yeah.
That baseline green bean casserole is where the fuck it's at. So
exactly. So yeah, no, I get it. Wouldn't be anywhere on my list.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Maybe green beans.
Yeah.
And you could just take
like
green beans
general.
and casserole. So I'm gonna give you green beans and green bean casserole. You can have both. Because you're gonna need them.
Ooh.
Green bean almondine.
Green bean almondine.
All right. So that's gonna give me my last choice.
What do you got for number 5?
I was gonna go with the safe bet, so I just kicked your ass out of this game, which would have been tater tots, which you can steal if you want. But
I've already have 5. I can't take tater tots.
I have a passion for root vegetables.
Yeah.
Obviously. Parsnips. I love a good parsnip. So it's in like
the white carrot.
The white carrot, yeah. If you cook a parsnip right, it's kind of like a carrot, right? So if you had a roasted carrot before, you'll kind of understand if you've never had a parsnip.
Yeah.
But there's another flavor in there that makes it extra starchy, almost like it's a potato, but it has a sweetness to it.
Yeah.
But so starchy that you can like fry it, you can pan roast it.
Very versatile.
Oh my God. I just love a good parsnip.
Yeah.
I just love a good parsnip.
You don't find them a lot of places. That's the other thing too. So maybe like a lot of it too is like almost a rarity when you see it. Like, fuck yeah, I want to get that. Yeah. Or like one of the restaurants I've been to recently, they had parsnip puree, and I say we recently, like within the last 2 years,
right?
They had parsnip puree, and I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
Right. Like, yeah. Just something about a good parsnip. They come out golden brown. Mm-hmm. They just like, it looks like a potato, but it's sweet.
Yeah.
It confuses you. But I just remember the first time I had them, I'm like, whoa, like eye-opening.
Yeah.
This is awesome. And just like and we did like a root vegetable mix back in that day, and like just like a good root vegetable mix, but with parsnips. Yeah. Parsnips just pop. They just pop.
Maybe get you some carrots in there, get some taters, and then some parsnips in there.
Yeah.
You got a couple different colors, because parsnips are almost like kind of potato colored, but they're not. Like you could tell,
right?
You know,
yeah.
They're like a weird off-white kind of.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different. like I said, I could have taken tater tots, and I feel like I would have just like I got French fries, tater tots, baked potatoes. Like, what are you gonna do?
You're tater heavy at that point.
Yeah, too tater heavy. So I had to get my veggies in there.
You're root veg besides too.
Yeah, I know.
And I guess what I said, like, obviously I'm a root veg.
I'm a root veg kind of guy.
Maniac.
Hey. But yeah, parsnips. If you never tried a parsnip before, do yourself a favor and do it.
Try it.
Do it.
Try it out.
Go to the store, buy one,
Try it out. Try it out.
peel it, cut it up, roast it in your oven.
Yeah.
Fry it up.
I mean,
whatever.
like Google it. Google search
Google
how to
recipe.
cook it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to peel it like a carrot. You can chop it up. You can give it a blanch, or you can just go straight to the oven.
Right.
It's very versatile. It's going to be crunchy.
It's delicious.
Unless you overcook the fuck out of it. But even if you overcook the fuck out of it, it's going to be nice and mushy. You know, it's still going to be delicious.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to fuck it up.
All right, Steve, close it out. What you got?
Oh, man. I had a damn good time. We've covered all the bases.
I thought you need one more pick.
No, I did. I'm done.
You're 5?
Yeah. Mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, onion rings, broccoli, and green beans.
Oh, okay.
Or green bean casserole. I thought you were calling me to close out the show.
No, I thought we had
No, we're there, dude.
we had one more, but I guess we are there at the close of the show.
You had 5. You had fries, Brussels, baked potato. Yeah, fries, Brussels, baked potato, asparagus, parsnips.
So yeah, I think this went well.
This is a good show.
It's a good top 5
We had
there.
some good
Little
flow.
veggies there.
Everything sounded good. Let us know.
It's wonderful. Yeah. You know, like we always say, please like us on any platform and subscribe on
us
like
some
YouTube.
feedback.
Give us a little boost because we want to get out to many people
I
as
know
possible.
I've done this before, but eventually there's gonna be a banner down here.
And we're gonna do
stuff.
polls for the movies still.
Yeah.
We gotta do polls for this. We're slacking a little bit. A lot of crazy stuff going on though.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get into that hopefully soon. I got some big news coming up. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, a
motherfucker.
lot of fun. It's gonna get crazy. Yeah.
Nuts.
But exciting. Exciting news coming up. Great episode, I think. And
Dude, I think we went well.
yeah.
Not to pat our own backs, but that was a decent one.
Well, Steve, did you have a damn good time?
Hope you guys loved it too. I had an amazing time. Well, no, that's not the name of the show.
Get out of here! What are you
That's
doing?
not the name of the show. This guy's fired. He doesn't even know the name of the goddamn show.
I'm gonna interview the Globe next time.
Yes, I had a damn good time.
All right, to a damn good time.
Love you, brother.
Love you, brother.
Talk to you later.
All right, thank you guys.
Bye.